and B.Ed M.Ed, and Bhutpur Pravakta in Khatoli and principal in Mathura. Now I'm teaching to the students of Bio who has taken optional in PCSIS and CBSE board and EB board. Now I'm teaching characteristics of kingdom Protista. Protista are mainly symbiotic aquatic organisms. They are found in sea, fresh water, and they are in water bodies. Skeleton. Some some Protista live in the water and mineral water. Protein structure. Protein structure is just like they are microscopic membrane, and the cell structure is eukaryotic. They are surrounded by plasma lemma, and their outer covering is known as pellicle. It will contain flagellates like the organism, and the structure will be very simple. It contains flagellum, then it contains a nucleus, then it contains flagellum, and they contain food vacuoles, and they contain the of the fishy sexual flagellum. Then you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 microfibrils. They are found peripheral, and in center that is a only simple fibril. Now we see the locomotion in Protista. Pseudopodal locomotion takes place by lobopodium, by philopodium, by isopodium, by parietal chondrium. If you see the pseudopodium, amoeba, flagellum, etc., and Perisophyta oligo Bigarnia. Flagellum locomotion takes place in Leishmania, and ciliary movement takes place in just like paramecium, and the movement that like a flagella like a movement in a ciliary movement. Now I see wriggling locomotion. So that organism which takes place by wiggler, and the locomotion by mucilage propodian. Nutrition in Protista takes place by photosynthetic holophytic, that is second is photosynthesis takes place, that in holozoic juice body takes place, and sporovite takes place in some organism. Some organism are parasites just like trypanosoma and Entomobius, etc. And mesotrophic takes place in Euglena, and synglobic takes place in euflagellates. Respiration, reproduction in Protista. Then respiration in Protista, most of free living protozoa perform aerobic respiration, that is oxygen is taken and CO2 is evolved, and reproduction in asexual production and binary fission, multiple fission. Asexual production generally takes place, and binary fission also takes place in paramecium. Multiple fission takes place by Plasmodium and amoeba. and plasmadomy takes place by other organisms. If you take sexual reproduction life cycle following zygotic meiosis, life cycle taking place, you take this organism, then meiosis, then young flagella, then flagellum, then gametes, then zygotic meiosis, then zygote takes place and new organism is formed. If you see in organism, then that is chloroplast, that is meiosis, nucleolus, and zygote is formed. Then zygote divided into two parts, then growth, then organism takes place. It is, if we take syngamete takes place by male and female gamete, fertilization takes place external, life cycle in protista. Cycles of showing zygotic meiosis, life cycle takes place in meiosis. Photosynthetic protista, they are dinoflagellates. They are a group of about 1000 species of photosynthetic protista. Dinoflagellates belong to the division Pyrophyta and Dinophyceae. Characteristic features of dinoflagellates are habit and habitat. They are generally photosynthetic and they are found in fresh water. It contains gymnopodium and Carnida, Theratite, and it forms bioluminescence structure. If you see the dinoflagellates, then that is first is Oleonodinium, that is flagella, that is myoflagellum, that is Chrysolium flagellum, then is Periogonium, then is Synmagopodium, then Gonvolux. Their food material is stored with starch and reproduction takes place by example Chenopodium, Peridium, and Glenopodium and Peridinium and Plasmodium. Economic importance of dinoflagellates vary. They are parasites and they generally produce bioluminescence. Next, chrysophytes like diatoms and termites, they belong to the division Chrysophyta and Basilaриophyta. Chrysophytes are diatoms and desmids. They belong to the class Chrysophyta and Basilaриophyta. Diatoms, habit and habitat. कितना हो गया भाई दिखा?
बोलो भी.
Diatoms, habit and habitats. Diatoms occur in all aquatic and terrestrial habitats. They may be free floating and they contain mucilage and they form diatomaceous earth that is used in toothpaste, etc. The body of a ring by a siliceous walls. You can see in diagrams some common diatoms. First is Triceratum, B second is Leuroponia, and C is Laeviculus, C Cyrobels, and Rphi and MP Pelura. You can see the diagram. If you see the structure, then there is found two walls, and they contain flagella, and they contain ferrates, and each cell has a large central vacuole, single large vacuole, and they contain chlorophyll A, chlorophyll B, chlorophyll C. These are food material, oils and leucocin, volatile granules, etc. Reproduction mainly takes place by reproduction. Male and female males fuse and they form meiosis. After that, new organisms spores are formed. Example: Aericeratum, Leogenum, Navicula, Shigella, MP Pura. Economic importance of diatom. Diatom are very important photosynthetic. About half of all of the organic matter synthesized to the world. Desmids are unicellular red algae. Like Spirogyra, they have an elaborate material, two distinct valves. The inner wall of the oil has various protuberances with mucinous health. Euglenoids are generally euglena like mucil, they contain mucillar flagellates and habitats. They are generally found in water, just like in ponds, etc. They contain flagellum. And if we see the structure, then we can see the paramecium contains a pellicle, then a nucleus, then you see they are found chromatophores by which they synthesize, and how it takes place. They contain binary fission. By the binary fission, the new organisms are produced. ठीक हो गया नाम पूरा?
बारंगा बोली कमेंट लाइक शेयर बोलो
हैं?
कमेंट लाइक शेयर
कुछ